Welcome back to Stu's Sidecar Silliness. As you can see, we are in the workshop today, fresh back from the National on last Sunday. I'm just doing a little bit of preparation to the bike for before I go out again. So I've changed the tyres back to my scrub tyres. So I'm not wrecking my new ones, which I've just paid for the National. I will reverse them and use them in the next National. Little trials tip, these wheels are tubeless wheels. So we run, or I run, most trials riders will run these tubeless tyres. But this is where it's a little bit different with the sidecars. I actually run a tube inside the tubeless tyre. Being from Yorkshire, a lot of people will drill a hole in the rim. Obviously your valve's here at the bottom. People will drill a hole for a tyre grip, just like this one here in the front. So they have a tyre grip in them for tube tyres. Being from Yorkshire, I am not drilling a £500 rim. When all that will happen is it will spin and probably bust your tube. Well, you can pick a tube up for 20 quid. I'd rather pay 20 quid and put another tube in it than pay 500 quid and then drill a wheel. So that's the trials tip for today. We run tubeless tyres, but we put tubes in the rims inside the tyres so that basically we run at very low pressure. We run the tyres at very low pressure, sometimes as low as 4.5 psi if it's really muddy, like it was at the weekend. It was really boggy, really slippy. So we run these really low. So if you wasn't to have a tube in your tyre, and you was running this tyre really low, it pops off the rim. If you turn the outfit, obviously it's not a bike, so it doesn't lean. So it peels the tyre under itself and it will pop off the rim. So that's a little trials tip, being from Yorkshire, trying to save a bit of money. Like I say, if it does rip the tube, you can just replace it with another tube at maybe, like I said, 20 quid, rather than drill a £500 rim. So that's that bit done, dusted. And basically all I was wanting to say on this video is, obviously your maintenance is your biggest thing in trials. I'm having to change the pads out, the brake pads on both front and rear. I don't have to do it, there is still some left, but obviously going through mud and streams and all that sort of stuff, if you go through a big bog and then you go into a stream, you obviously get sludge, which then turns itself into a lovely bit of grinding paste, and it will ruin your pads a lot quicker. Also, I will be changing the gearbox oil, which is the windows here for that, just because I think there's no point in running the bike on the same gearbox oil like you would a road bike or a car for a lot of miles, because these gearboxes take a lot of hammer. You're always on your clutch on a trials bike. Some people don't use the clutch a lot, but they're mainly the older generation. I'll say that nicely. On the Vultos or the Montesas, and they can practically let go of the clutch and the bike will just find its way and won't stall, whereas these will stall. You can't exactly use these. You can do it, but it takes a lot of practice to be able to not be over your clutch. Also in trials, it's a good idea, a massively good idea, to keep a finger over the clutch the whole time and a finger over the brake at the whole time, because things can change very fast in a section, or even when you're riding section to section, it can change very quickly and you can end up hurt or out of control. You're better off making sure that you've got them items covered all the time when you're riding a bike. I had this issue when I went in for my road bike test. I was riding around like that with a finger on each, and I was told to let go of them and hold the bars to get through my test, because they wanted to know why I was doing that. And that is how my own dad taught me: never ride a bike and not cover your clutch or your brake, especially in trials. I don't know if they do that in motocross, because I've never rode motocross. I don't know if they do it in enduro. Again, I've never rode enduro. Whereas with trials, that's how I have been taught, and it's stuck with me ever since. If you watch the reels or the videos, you will see all the time I ride around like that. But that's another video that I will do when I can actually get out on the bike. And yeah, that's about it really. I've just gone through the bike and make sure that all the mud is out the chain tensioners, out the front sprocket. Same in the calipers, make sure that the mud's out of the calipers and not absolutely blathered in it. Obviously make sure your radiator's still nice and clean so that it doesn't overheat. And your air filter, which is up here on this particular model. On other models, it's under the seat. Take it out, wash it, let it dry, recharge it with the filter oil and reapply when dry. And that's it really. I apologise that I haven't been on much riding, doing the silly reels or the all singing dancing reels, but I am doing the British Championships this year, or the Nationals, and I haven't really had a lot of time to do it, so I do apologise for that. But until next time, thanks for listening. If I've educated anybody, or again, if you have any questions on anything to do with trials sidecar mainly, yeah, get in touch. Thank you.